The Lionsgate really hit me last night. Um, I had a very profound meditation. Um, an ascended master that I feel very close to came down. He gave me some very direct, not advice, directives. I felt um, it wasn't an order, but it was a very strong suggestion. And it was it echoed what my intentions were, which was step to the edge, time to step out, time to do more. Um, and I appreciate that. Um, my ascended master that I really have bonded with is Sekhmet, and she is Egyptian, and she is the warrior aspect of Isis. Um, and she has the head of a lion and the body of a woman, or the whole body of a lion, but she's got a lioness's head. And there's something about our connection that I find really electric. And her messages are always like super clear. Um, and so that's one beautiful part of last night. And then the other that I think really goes along with it is I have been reading this book of sermons, and the one from yesterday was the deeper your relationship with God, the more your outside relationships either fall away or deepen themselves because they're in right relation to God, or they edit themselves to be someone that was close might become an acquaintance, or it's not even something that you have to do with effort. You're just going to find you're no longer in the same space anymore. It's like you woke up speaking a different language and they don't understand you. And there's nothing wrong with their language. You just don't speak it anymore. You speak this new language. And some will view that challenge of your new language as an invitation, but most will not. And you're going to hear, you've changed. You're not who I know. And they're right. You're not who you were, and you're not who they know. But that is when you really start getting down to the core of yourself and trying to bring more and more of it through, you're going to find that some of your relationships were habit. They weren't cultivated. And what's interesting is I think what you'll find, the relationships that you're drawn to or that grow are ones that speak that language, that are also seeking for that deeper connection with God. And the clearer your conversation with God is, the more at peace I feel. I mean, that's how it comes about for me. Um, and I also understand that Sekhmet, who is my ascended master that I really have an affinity for, is just an aspect of God coming to me to give me a message. There is one God, and it has all different aspects of how it comes into our lives and shows up. Sometimes it's signs, sometimes it's a persona, sometimes it's through a person, sometimes it's through it comes he God comes to us in many different ways. And I really feel comforted by Father God. I have a much cleaner relationship with that than I did. I have a very close relationship with Sophia God, who is the mother creatrix. And those things don't conflict for me. They are one and the same. They are one and the same. That God energy, when it speaks to you so clearly, is just crystal clear. So I guess what I'm going to ask you, I mean, there's so many things here that I could ask you about, but the question that I'm the most curious about is, what relationships are you finding in your life right now that are feeding you? And what is it about them? Take a step back in a moment. What is it about them that you are finding your affinity for, rather than other ones that are getting a little more hazy and that aren't so upfront for you? So that's the question I kind of want you to answer for yourself today. And really within that question is, where is your direct relationship with God? Because that's the reflection of all the relationships around you. If someone sees the divinity within you and you see the divinity within them, and they are seeking to strengthen that relationship, you're going to naturally have a pull towards each other. So that is what has come up for me this morning. And I will see you tomorrow. That was long, long. I might cut out the beginning. Oh no.